So hey friends, welcome to this week's video. This week we are going back into the world of luggage because this month is the birthday month of our friends at Level 8, and they've sent us a few products to celebrate as well as to prepare for Prime Day. So as a result, I'm gonna get you guys a few different videos out extremely quickly, and we're gonna start with their packing cubes. They have an old guy that I've been rocking with for the past 2-3 years. That's been really good about keeping me really organized, especially with its nice structure. It's really good resiliency against water, as well as that nice little ID tag that we'll get more into later. And then we have the new kid on the block, which is their 6 set, which has a little bit more cubes, a little bit nicer feel to it, and some expandability and compression that might be really good for you overpackers. So obviously there's not a lot of specs to talk about in the intro, so let's get to packing these and see which one's right for you. The 4 set comes with a garment cube that is 18 by 12 by 4, which is going to be your compartment for your main clothes. They also have a journey cube, which is slightly smaller at 12 by 9 by 4, which is perfect for smaller clothes like shorts and t-shirts, but can also store shoes and sandals. And the smaller cubes come in at 9 by 5.9 by 3.9. The set also comes with additional ID tags for flexibility and classification. If you look at the lower corner of all the bags, you'll notice a little Velcro square. These can be used to use one of the many silicone badges they provide to help you identify your bag so you won't be guessing what's inside. The cubes themselves are constructed of a polyester that has a tough feel to them. They are nicely stitched and do a good job of resisting both water and mildew. That means you won't have to worry about your clothes getting funky in transit. Now that you're understanding of how these are constructed, let's talk about loadout. The smaller cubes with the zippered lid and removable padded dividers is what I use for my tech, although it could also be used for toiletries. However, I like having separation of my cables, adapters, chargers, and all that jazz I gotta bring on my trips. Especially with that carry handle, this one gets the tech badge for me. Onto the other small cube, I would say that this is gonna be a candidate for my toiletry bag if I didn't already have one. It can fit all of the essentials from toothbrush, face wash, and razor, but also is able to have space for a whole Korean skincare routine and scrubbers. However, on normal travel, this would likely be my lightweight stuff like underwear, socks, gym clothes, swimwear, and sleepwear. The second largest cube is dubbed the Journey Cube and is great for t-shirts and shorts. Here I was able to pack in 4 t-shirts, 2 shorts, 4 pairs of socks, and 4 pairs of underwear. And lastly, the Big Boy Garment Cube is for your main outfits and larger items. Here I have 5 button-down shirts, 2 pants, and a light jacket. It all fits nice and snug to compress the payload, but definitely has space to pack more if needed. These cubes stack extremely nice and maintain a solid structure when packed, which makes it look really nice in luggage. As we transition to the 6 set, we're looking at different aesthetic and build with their Greenland colorway and more flexible materials. I'm not sure what fabric they used for this cube, but they are soft to the touch, almost like a satin feel. That doesn't mean it won't protect your stuff, it still has that nice water resistance, just like the 4 set. The 6 set comes with 1 small cube, 2 medium cubes, 1 large cube, and 2 extra large cubes, and all of these come with a convenient holding handle, unlike the 4 set. Starting with the larger cubes, the XL cubes are 14 by 11 by 3.1 inches and will be where most of your main clothes stay. For the purposes of this video, I'll be storing the same loadout from the larger cubes of the 4 set into the larger cubes of the 6 set. So that's 5 button downs and a light jacket and 2 pants in one, and 2 shorts and 4 t-shirts in the other. For the additional large bag included, it could be used for more clothes, but for simplicity's sake, I'll store a pair of casual shoes and a pair of gym shoes to cover my bases. Moving on to the smaller cubes, to be honest, I'm running out of things to pack. I split out the underwear into one and my tech into the other. The smallest cube was able to store the same essentials in terms of toiletries, as well as the Korean skincare as I mentioned in the 4 set, but arguably fit more snug and secure, so I definitely like that. But the major thing to note here, which makes this more versatile than the 4 set, is that it has the capability to compress and expand. So with a lot of these cubes in this set, there's a lot of extra space, so having the ability to zip down the cubes and provide better compression was nice, especially when I want to pack in more. Conversely, the extra space is kind of ridiculous. This is going to be great for you overpackers. I legitimately could fit the payload of both XL cubes into 1 XL cube, and there's still space to add more. So for y'all that like to do some shopping on vacation, this would be perfect for you to sneak in some extra outfits. Obviously, this will impact carryability, and packability in carry-ons, but this shouldn't be an issue on your check-ins. Speaking of packability, I'm sure you guys are wondering how this looks inside of suitcases, so we'll be enlisting the help of Level 8's 𝐷𝐿 and the Capture carry-ons to show the different luggage styles. Check the full reviews if you like what you see. Starting with the clamshell 𝐷𝐿, the 4 set fits like a glove. It's almost like they were made for each other. It's a simple pack for this one, not much frill, and just fits in so perfectly. The 6 set requires a little bit more squishing in navigation, but it does fit a bit more as I'm able to get the 5th cube with my shoes as well as the 6th cube in there. It just took a little bit more effort for me to squish it all down. Another thing to note is when packing the 6 set is that you should ensure that the handles sit away from the clasps as to not get in the way. But since you're going to be squeezing these on the carry-ons anyway, having the handles is a nice way to get them out quicker. Moving on to the soft top, the 4 set fits in sexily once again. No fuss, with some extra space to sneak in another couple outfits over the packing cubes if needed. As for the 6 set, it does take some squeeze just like the clamshell, but it's a lot easier to get in all 6 cubes, especially with the expandability of the Capture 20 luggage. I'm sure you guys are also wondering how this looks in check-in as well, so we'll be looking at the 26-inch Voyager check-in from Level 8 to show you. Essentially, the 4 set fits perfectly on the shallow side, and you technically could fit that easily in the deep side as well. For the 6 set, it easily fits into the deep side, so technically you could fit both sets for one trip and have all your bases covered. Not forgetting to mention that these easily zip down into each other for storage, leaving a small, lightweight footprint to hide away until your next adventure. All right, so we've packed these up, we've thrown them in bags. You're probably wondering, which one should you get? So we have the 4 and the 6 set. Starting with the 4 set, it's obviously a little bit more rugged material and a little bit more structured. So as a result, it fits like a glove in all of the carry-on luggages that we've put them in. They just fit so nicely and they just have a place for each other. And I think it's going to be really good for those people that are doing like week-long trips or like just business trips where you're not bringing the entire closet and you just really want something that fits in nicely but can keep your clothes compressed. Obviously, with the little identification tags, it really helps you stay organized. So I think it's really good for those situations. However, if you're more of an overpacker, the 6 set is going to be a little bit nicer. It is a nicer set of materials that they have on it, and it's just a little bit more versatile because not only do they give you a couple more bags to play with, but they also expand so, you can shove in a ton more clothes than you can with the 4 set, and they work really, really well for check-in scenarios. In terms of the carry-on scenario, it doesn't fit as nicely and perfectly as the 4 set, but it still works and it fits in its places. It does definitely compress a little bit more, so it does give you more space for things like shoes for the carry-on situation. But on a check-in, you're going to have a lot more space just because it's able to fit on one side of the luggage and you can use the other side for whatever you want. Not saying that the 4 set can't do that. It's just, if you're going to check in, you're probably going to use the 6 set anyway, just for the added storage and flexibility there. But I think you can pick either one. You're not going to be sad with either. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably just pick the 6 set that, will work for almost all situations. However, I'm not going to lie. I do like how the 4 set looks inside the bag. But you can get both of these on Level 8. I'll have a code in the description to give you a little bit of help on that price. But you should pick them up pretty quickly. They do sell out, especially the 6 set. So you should keep an eye out for that. But again, it is Level 8 month. It's their birthday. They are going to have some restocks and stuff in terms of promotions. So definitely check them out. These bags will have links in the description. Anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around with me. We have plenty of other things to do. You see all those luggages back there. This free loop is something that we're going to review shortly, and then we're going to do a comparison of all their narrow-handled check or carry-ons. So stay tuned for that. Videos are going to be coming out extremely rapidly because we just have all these products, and I have until the 20th to get them out. So stay tuned. Anyway, thank you guys. If you like it, please comment, subscribe, like, do all the things you normally do on a video that you like and love. And as always, appreciate you. Peace.